Sawadee-ka! Hey you guys, my name is Janine and welcome back to my channel. I decided I want to do a get ready with me sort of video while I talk about living in London and what it's been like for me. Hot breath. Oh, it's my flatmate coming home. I'm like, who is that? What is that? Ew.
I remember the sunshine, first time, cool breeze, take a second to unwind, best times, truly.
So let's just get started. I'm literally gonna do something very basic. I'm not doing too much, but yeah. I moved to the UK September 2019 and I came here to get my master's. I literally was low-key homeless when I came here because I did not have a home. I didn't have a place to stay. So I stayed in a hostel for the first couple of weeks until I was able to find a flat. Luckily, I was able to find a flat in like 2.5 weeks of moving here, but you know, could have been shorter, could have been longer. I don't know, maybe I got lucky. But after moving here, I literally hit the ground running because my first day of school was the day after my plane landed, which is not good, but I didn't even have time to freak out about anything or think about anything. I just kind of went for it. And I will say though that I'm used to traveling, so it wasn't a scary experience necessarily. It was just kind of I gotta do what I gotta do, low-key in survival mode for everything at the very beginning. I did have a couple of friends that live here in the UK, but you know, I didn't want to be bothersome upon them. I kind of wanted to just do things on my own and be independent, so that's what I did. One thing that I really like about London in particular is its walkability and how there's so much accessibility to things. And on top of its walkability, I love the transportation. I love taking the tube. I love taking the bus for sure. Because people are oh, the tubes are so much faster, but the bus you can people watch and things like that and stare out of the window. So when I was picking a flat in the UK, I made sure that I was able to take both the tube and the bus to where my university was. That was definitely a defining feature for me when I was picking out a place. Also, the community that I stayed in. I remember when I was searching for the first flat that I moved into, when I went to go view it for the first day, it was such a rainy day. Everything looked gloomy and I was this area is kind of gross. Oh, it's kind of a long walk from the main road. I was complaining about it. Then when I saw it, I was oh, it's pretty decent. And I was gonna be the first person to move in. And I was I love that for myself. Because it was a better feeling of me moving in first and then other people are filling in. So we're all new at the same time rather than me moving into a group of people who already probably knew each other, had their own vibes, and I would have to blend in with them, which didn't really like. But everything worked out, and you know, my flatmate started filling out the place a couple weeks after me, so I only had a couple weeks alone in my flat, which was pretty cool. Probably should have taken more advantage of it, but it was okay. I didn't even know how to freaking use the oven and things like that because the appliances work differently and look different than in the US, obviously. So there were just a little bit of trial and error going on there. Should I set it? Should I set it? I'm gonna set it. People always ask me, okay, what do you like better, the US or the UK? What I can say is that I really enjoyed my life in the US. I have a really good quality of life. I'm not rich by any means. By any stretch of the imagination, I am not a wealthy person, but I lived a good life, a happy life. I was involved in a lot of activities growing up. Always had things to do, friends. I lived in a real suburban neighborhood where my friends lived down the street from me. We all went to the same high school. It was just a really good upbringing and community and things like that. So coming from that to here, it's it wasn't better or anything. It was just different, and I like both of them. But also, like I said, I moved to the UK fall of 2019. So little did I know, COVID was right around the corner. But One thing that I definitely made sure to take advantage of was West End. I went and saw as many shows as I possibly could. Like if I had a spare 15 pounds, 20 pounds, I was literally trying to get a ticket through like the ticket lottery. Even like after class, like I would enter in the lottery just to see because I was bored. What am I supposed to do now? Eyebrows. Oh, I saw shows like some of my faves were Prince of Egypt. I saw Waitress with Sarah Bareilles. That was really exciting. I saw Tina, the musical, Come From Away. Like, I saw a pretty good number of shows before, you know, COVID hit and everything. The night that like Boris Johnson made the executive decision to shut everything down due to COVID was March 16th. I went to go see, I had tickets to go see Dear Evan Hansen. I spent £100 on it because my friend was supposed to come visit, but then we got the news that COVID was spreading, you shouldn't travel, this and that, and she like canceled her plans to come visit me. And I was like, that's fine, but I still had £100 worth of tickets to go see Dear Evan Hansen. We went down to the theater district and they were handing out, oh, technical difficulties. How does every theater in the theater district have technical difficulties? It was because COVID done shut it down. We couldn't be in person anymore, and it was like really sad. And little did I know that was gonna be my new normal, my new reality in the UK. Something else that I like about the UK is that like the green grocers and like you can get like fruit off the street here. So it gives me kind of that like I'm in another country vibe. Like in the US, like we might have some cities that have street foods, but like normally like street foods, if you want like fresh produce from like a stand or a stall, you have to go to like a farmer's market or you have to go to like a roadside produce person or something. But like here, it's just like on the streets of London, like they set up their stall, especially on the weekends, they set up their stall and they sell you fruits and vegetables and things like that. And I'm like, I love that. Like I have to walk down the street around the corner to get me some fresh produce. Chef's kiss. I feel like there's a lot of things that I did, but there's also a lot of things that I didn't get to do yet while in the UK. I didn't have much time to go and see all the parks and things like that. And I just like, I honestly most recently have started walking around the city and doing things just because like lockdown eased a little bit, and also because I was trying to kind of wait for the weather to get better. I went to go see Karl Marx's grave. I thought that would be fun and interesting. So I didn't actually go to the like actual cemetery where he's buried, but I went to the park that is like right next to it, and you can literally see his grave through the fence. Okay, so today's adventure was to find Karl Marx's grave, and then I looked on the maps and it said that the cemetery was already closed, and I'd already walked up a hill. So here I am in a park on the grave, and I'm like, okay, how do I distinguish where his grave is? Like, how am I gonna find it from here? Tell me why I had no clue it was a big head. Like he was a big head on top of his tomb. That's so funny. Shout out to Karl. Oh, my hair just came out. But it's within walking distance from where I live. So being able to walk to like different cities is actually so nice. And this is exactly what I was talking about with the walkability of the city. And also before COVID, I literally would take the bus to my school and then take the bus home. And then I would walk around my community and I would walk around my school a little bit, but other than that, I was just like going school from home. And then on Thursdays I would go and volunteer, and I would hang out with my friends. So I would go to locations wherever my friends were like, oh, meet up here. I would just go into my map, put in the location, take the bus or the tube there, and then I would come home. So that's like the most I did. I didn't really explore on my own and just kind of free travel for the day or whatever, which I wish I did more of. Now that my time is kind of running out, I wish I did more of that. I still have time though, so it's not gonna not happen, but just like I wish I did it earlier. Sorry, I literally can't focus and do that, but people are gonna think I'm funny and they're gonna be like, oh, that's so American of you. But people are like, oh, like, what do you miss most about the US? It's literally the food. Number one, it's the variety of foods that we have in the US that I really miss and enjoy. And also just like some of my faves just aren't here. So like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, they have the puffs, but they don't have like the crunchy kind. Boxed macaroni and cheese, if I want a quick snack, it's not like widely available. I saw it one time in the store, but like it's just not a thing. Also, I feel like their cream is different. So I tried to make Alfredo sauce, which they don't have, by the way. I tried to make some Alfredo sauce and their cream just tasted a little bit different. And I don't know, it's just if our cows are different. Maybe I messed up. Maybe I seasoned it wrong. But yeah, so also bagels, like if you want a good bagel. So I was in the middle of filming, my mom called me, we had like a long talk. It wasn't bad or anything. I started crying a little bit, just a little bit, you know, I'm a little emo. And I like finished doing my liner and everything. So like that's great. But continuing the video, basically I love the walkability of London. It's freaking expensive though. It's expensive. But I love the amenities that are like right by my house. I can go to the coffee shop, I can go, you know, grocery shopping, I can go to the Poundland. I can do lots of things just within my own neighborhood. And I think this is specific to the area that I'm living in, and that's why like I picked a neighborhood where I was like, there's lots of shops and things up and down the street that I can go to and walk to. So love that for me. As far as the weather, it's really nice in the winter because I come from Cleveland, Ohio. So like the winters in Cleveland are like real winters. You're getting snow, you're getting inches of snow overnight. Like you're wearing your real winter coat. Whereas here, it snowed like 2 times and it was exciting because it was just like flurries and then it went away. So it's not really cold, which I love because I hate being cold. But as far as the summer, I'm waiting for the summer to arrive. The weather is just so temperate, but we did have some very hot days last year. Like while I was stuck in the house during COVID, we had some really hot days in March and throughout the summer. Like we had really nice weather, but we were stuck in the house due to COVID. So did it count? Did it really count if you weren't outside being cute, taking pictures with cute outfits? No, I don't think it did. Overall, I'm enjoying my time in England. I wish I had more time. I wish something afforded me the opportunity to be here for a little bit more of a long-term situation, but you have to go where life takes you, you know what I mean? And I'm really excited for where my life is going right now, and hopefully you guys are gonna come along with me. Oh, let me keep doing my face, hold on. I'm putting on this like lip oil that I found at the dollar store in the US, like Dollar Tree. And it's like minty. Honestly, it dries my lips out a little bit and causes them to peel, but like it's worth it. I really don't care. It's worth it for the minty little scent that I get and for the little gloss. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of my, you know, hair store lip gloss on. I had decided to turn my lights off because I was like, maybe it'll be fun with just the glow of my window, and I think it's okay. I blew my hair out because I'm gonna do a different style soon, but I've got a lot of hair, and the humidity here in the UK has blown my hair up. Like yesterday it was flat, today not so flat, but it's okay, you know, you win some, you lose some. I'm not trying to do a full beat. I just wanted to do something light and easy. Mascara. I don't wear falsies because my eyelashes are so freaking curly that they simply don't do what I need them to do when I need them to do it. So I just put some mascara on and call it a day. That did something, you see. Okay. Honestly, I think the best part of being in the UK, which helps my experience even through COVID, was that I had some amazing flatmates. And people are like, how did you find your flatmates? We were all random. Like we all just happened to move into the same flat at the same time. And It was just happenstance that we found each other. We were meant for each other. They're two British boys. They're white British boys and me, a Black American girl, and we live together. It's literally like New Girl, except for it's me, girl, you know? But yeah, so I love my life. Just kidding. Oh, not just kidding. I do love my life. But it's not always great, but could be worse. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I know this was like all over the place. If you have any specific questions about living in London or what it's been like for me or anything like that, feel free to comment down below. Other than that, have a great day. Bye, you guys.